Hello.
Hello.
So welcome
Welcome
to
to
my
my art
room.
room.
It
It
is
is
Wednesday,
Wednesday
and
and
I'm
I'm
starting a
starting a
little
little
late.
late.
I
I
hope
hope
that
that
everything
everything
is
is
working
working
okay.
okay.
If you
If you
cannot
cannot
hear
hear
me
me
or
or
whatnot,
whatnot,
let
let
me
me
know,
know,
okay?
okay?
Because
Because
I
I
just
just
never
never
know
know
if
if
anything's
anything's
working.
working.
So
So
tonight
tonight
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
share
share
a fun
fun
fold,
fold.
and
And
I
I
showed
showed
the
the
card.
card.
Just
Just
a
a
second
second
here.
here.
He,
Oops,
I'm
I'm
just
just
putting
putting
this
this
out
out
here.
here.
All
All
right.
right.
So I
I
am.
am going
I
to
showed
show
them this
this
card
card
that
that
I
I
cannot
cannot
believe
believe
it.
it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. You just have to be
in the
in the
show
show
every
every
time,
time,
don't you?
don't you? Come here. Come here. Come here. All right.
But I
But I
showed
showed
the
the
card
card
in
in
my
my
last
last
video,
video,
and
and
I
I
decided
decided
to.
to
Uh, I
I
did it
did it
as
as
a
a
swap,
swap,
and I
and I
decided
decided
to
to
make
make
that
that
for
for
you
you
tonight
tonight
because
because
it
it
is
is
a
a
really
really
easy,
easy,
fun
fun
fold,
fold,
and
and
it
it
works
works
so
so
well
well
with
with
so
so
many
many
different
different
bundles.
bundles.
Here.
Here. Here.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And
And
so
so,
and
and
I
I
did
did
another
another
alternative,
alternative,
and
and
so
so
I
I
was
was
going
going
to
to
show
show
that
that
as
as
well.
well.
Come
Come
here,
here,
please.
please. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hi, baby.
Sorry if I
If I
hold
hold
him,
him,
maybe
maybe
he'll
he'll
be
be
quiet.
quiet.
He
He
does
does
this
this
every
every
week.
week.
He is
He is
quiet,
quiet,
and
and
I
I know you hear it all the
time,
time,
but
but
it's
it's like clockwork.
so.
So,
Um,
but
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to recreate this card
tonight,
tonight,
and
and
then
then
I'm
I'm
also
also
going
going
to
to
show
show
you
you another
alternative
alternative
that
that
I
I did
did
using a fall theme.
So
So let me
share
share
my
my desktop.
uh, okay.
Okay,
So
so
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
just
just
kind of
kind of
go
go
through
through
what
what
each
each
of
of
the
the
pieces
pieces
are.
are.
What
What
I'm
I'm going to be using
tonight
tonight
is
is
the
the
mixed
mixed
labels.
labels.
I'm
I'm
just
just
using
using
like
like
one of
one
the
of the
stamps
stamps
for
for
that,
that.
and
And I am using some of the
guys
dies from
the
the
mixed
mixed
labels,
labels,
and
and
this
this
is
is an
my
online exclusive
bundle.
bundle.
I'm
I'm
also
also using
the
the mixed
floral
florals
stamp
stamp set
and
and
the
the
dies
dies
that
that
go
go
with
with
that.
that.
That's
That's
also
also
online
online
exclusive.
exclusive.
And
And
I'm
I'm
also
also
going
going
to
to
use
use the
Forever
Forever
Plaid
Plaid
3D
3D
embossing
embossing
folder,
folder,
and
and
I'm
I'm
also
also
going to
going to
use
use
the
the
perennial
perennial
postage
postage
dies,
dies.
and I'm
And I'm
using
going to use
the
the
largest
largest
of
of
those
those
dies.
dies.
So
So
those
those are
are
the
the products
products that I'm going to use
tonight.
tonight.
And
And
so
so
let
let
me
me
just
just
kind of
kind of
start.
start. I'll start with the card base.
Sounds
Sounds
like
like a good
a place
place
to
to
start.
start, right?
So
So
your
your
card
card
base
base
is
is
going
going
to
to
be
be
11
11
by
by
5
5
and
and
a
a
quarter
quarter
inches,
inches,
and
and
you're
you're
going
going
to
to
score
score it at
it
1
1
3/4 and
3
3.5
inches
inches
on
on
each
each
side.
side.
So
So
let's
let's
do
do
that
that
now.
now.
So
So
since
since
it's
it's going to be 11 inches, obviously this is
the
8.5 by 11. We're just going to go to 5 1/4
and
and
cut
cut
it
it all the way down.
and
And
then
then
we're
we're
going
going
to
to score it at 1 3/4 inches.
And then
we're going to score it at 3.5. And then we're going to flip it around and do the same thing. So 1 3/4. And then 3.5. All right, so that takes care of our card base. And then we're going to cut 2 pieces for our front and back layers, and those will be at 4 1/4 and 5.5. So we're going to go 5.5. And 4 1/4. And that will actually give us both our front and our back. Okay, so those are our front and back layers. Now we're also going to need a focal front layer and let's see. This is the right place. So we have a front and a back layer, and those are going to be 4 1/4 and 5.5. So we'll cut those.
Let's see.
Oh, one is for the designer series paper, and one is for our frontal layer. So sorry.
I
forget how to do all these things here.
So
I want to go 5 1/4
by 4.
4.
And this is
going to be our front.
Focal
Focal
point.
point.
And
And
then
then we're going to need one for our designer series paper.
and I'm choosing
this sky. That's actually not a sky, it's a watercolor, but it fits very nicely for this particular card. So we're going to go 5 1/4. I swear. Okay. And then we're going to cut that at 4.
So we're
We're
going to do
a couple things with this
designer
designer
series.
series paper. All right. And then let's see, what other pieces do we need? So I'm going to use this stamp. So I'm just gonna, I already stamped it, so I'm just gonna color that really quickly with Stampin' Blends. We're gonna need this for a label, and so that could be any size. And then you're gonna have a right panel layer of your cardstock, and so that is going to be 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then you're also going to have a DSP or designer series paper layer, and that's going to be 1.5 at 5. So let's do our cardstock first. Let's see what this is at. Ooh, this is almost 5 1/4. So we will do. Cut that down the sides. And we're going to do 1 3/4. All right, so that's going to be our right side panel. And then we're going to also cut our designer series paper and that
is
is
going
going
to
to
be
be at,
well,
actually,
I'm
I'm
going to
going to
use
use this
pattern,
pattern,
and
and
that's
that's
going
going
to
to
be
be at 1.5 by 5.
so.
So
Let's do.
do,
So I
I
like
like
to
to
look
look to see when I cut my paper
which
side
side
I
I
kind of
want
want
to
to
cut
cut
off.
off.
I guess we'll do it this direction.
direction.
So this is 5
5
inches,
inches.
and
And
then
then
hopefully
hopefully
this is
1.5.
All right. So
So
that's
that's our panel for that.
and
And I think that is
everything.
everything as far as cutting goes.
All
All
right.
right.
So
So
these are
our
our
card
base
base
pieces. So I think for
for
now,
now, I'm going to set this
aside,
aside.
and I'm
I'm
just
just going to color really quickly my florals. So I'm going to use yellow because I feel like these are black-eyed Susans or brown-eyed Susans, depending, I guess, where you're from. But I'm just going to color these really quickly.
and
And I had to do a whole bunch of these, so I'm actually kind of running out of.
I'm
not running out of ink, but my points aren't too sharp anymore.
That's
okay,
okay,
they
still
still
work.
work.
So I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to use my light colors first,
and
and
I'm
I'm going to color back in with my
darker
darker
colors.
colors.
Some
Some
people
people do their darks first,
and
and
then
then they do the
light.
But
I guess I just
learned
learned
doing it this way, and
I'm just going to
add.
add. Now
These flowers don't have a whole lot of markings for
like
shadows.
A
A
lot of
stamps have a lot of detail in their stamps so that you kind of know where shadows are.
But
This
doesn't
doesn't
really
really
too much. So
What
what
I'm
I'm going
going
to
to
do
do
then
then
is
is
I'm just going to blend back over
again with
my
my
light,
lights.
just to
Just to
give
give
it
it a little bit of
blending.
blending.
Another
Another thing you can do is you can use your blank pen, and then that would lift any ink if you wanted to make another layer. Let me see. I think what I did last time, and this is the dark pecan pie. I'm going to use the light pecan pie. I'm going to do my centers. I'm going to add just a little bit.
I'm telling you,
I swear, I just get more
kind of putty
all the time.
I
love
this
stamp
set.
set.
It is so pretty. Let's see. Let's do our stems. And I'm going to do these in candy apple, granny apple green. Again,
and I'm going to use a little bit of the mossy meadow.
So I
I
think
think I'm going to go.
I'm going to do my
light colors first.
And this is the
light.
You know,
You kind of change.
up.
No, this is dark. That's
right.
right, though.
It's a pretty light compared to your mossy
meadows.
So I'm just kind of filling in a little bit of color. And then I'm just going to take and kind of outline And it
It
kind of
looks
looks
messy now, but
we'll
we'll
be
be
blending
blending this, so
it
it won't, it'll fill it in.
See how it
It
doesn't,
doesn't, you don't have to actually like
be
be
perfect
perfect
with
with
doing
doing
this
this
because
because
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
eventually
eventually blend it all in together.
Again,
Again, I'm using my lighter color.
Okay,
And we have our
stems.
stems.
How's
everybody's
fall?
fall?
I
I
just
just love fall.
Everyone
Everyone loves fall.
It's always our favorite. All right.
And then I'm going to do the smaller flowers. I'm going to do those in blue.
So I'm going to, I love these colors
together.
And I'm just kind of
like
loosely coloring. It doesn't have to be like totally filled in with color. It gives that a kind of a watercolor kind of look. A little artistic flair to that, right? And then I'm going to come in and not all the flowers, but some of them I'm going to make them a little darker areas. And I'm not even going to bother like blending. All right, so we're going to cut that out. Actually, I think I want to add just a little bit darker or yellow. That's the thing that's kind of fun about blends. You just come in and you just keep going until you like it, right? Gives it a little bit more definition. All right. And so what else? I'm looking at my flowers. I'm looking at things and seeing what else we need to do. All right. I think that's it. All right. So let's take our focal point, our designer series paper. And so this is just been cut down. And we're going to do two things. I want to run it through my embossing folder. And then I'm also going to cut this and use the largest die of the stamps dies. So let's put this in. Yeah, I'm going to do this first. I'm trying to think what would be better. All right. So I'm going to kind of line that up. And we're just going to run this through my machine here real quick. And this is a 3D folder, so you're going to want to use your number 4 plate and then your embossing folder. That's all you should need. And of course, you always want to use the crease side of your embossing folder to go through first. Otherwise, you could ruin your embossing folder. Kind of hard to do this with dog on your lap. I swear, this dog. All right. So why we did that is because I wanted to give this designer series paper just some texture. And
this is
it's
going
going
to
to
be a really pretty,
to
to
me,
me,
this
this reminded me
of
of
sky
sky
and
and
clouds.
clouds. So
That's
that's
why
why
we're
we're
using
using
that.
that.
And
And
then
then I'm going to
give
give
it
it
a
a
little
little
something,
something
something
something by
running
running
it
it
through
through
with
with
the
the
dye
dye
so
so
that
that
it
it
gives it
gives it
just a
just a
little
little
more
more
interest
interest
on
on
the
the
edge.
edge.
Okay,
Okay,
so I'm
so
going
I'm
to
going to
run
run
that
that through real quick.
Help!
Help!
We got a
Got a
hot
hot
old
old
mess
mess
going
going
on
on
here.
here.
Hi,
Hi,
Judy.
Judy.
I was just thinking about there is an echo. Oh, crap. I don't know how to stop that. That's kind of why I was using my headphones. Oh, that makes me so angry. Just going to see if I can. Okay, maybe I will try. Is that better? No. How about that? Is that better? See, I can hear it too. Still there. Let's see. Oh, wait. How about that? Is that better? Better? I just realized something. It is better? Oh, thank you. Oh, gosh. I was just thinking about you today, Judy. I was like, I have to email you and see if you are okay. Okay. So let's do. Sounded like I was in a cave. Well, what happened is I got thrown out a few times. I've been having some technical difficulties, which is nothing new. And so I thought, I hear this echo. And then I got thrown out so many times that now that I look at it, I forgot to put my mute my mic from my phone. So thank you for telling me. So what that did is I ran this through with this dye, and now I have this little edge. So, but isn't that nice? That gives it a nice little different look. Okay, so we're going to use that as our background, and we are going to, let's start putting our card together a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me cut out two more things. So I'm going to cut, die cut my flowers out. And I also need to die cut, I have one left over. I have a thank you that I think I can use this. Yep. And then I also need to make a little banner out of some Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to cut those really quick. And so we got that one. Yeah, I love these colors. They are so pretty together. It's kind of like that, the blues and the yellows of, I don't know, summer. They just are so pretty. Okay, so I can't believe I'm doing this with Leo on my lap, and he's just content as can be. So here's my little label. And whoops. Oh. And here's my thank you. And then I already had a couple of these left over from my swap. So these are the greenery we're going to use. Let me cut out my flowers here, and then we can, I think, start building our card. Are you enjoying your fall so far, Judy? I hope. Okay, I think I got this. Okay, so now we have our flowers. I just love this artwork. I just love it. I love this whole bundle. It's so fun to work with. All right, I think we are ready to start putting together all our pieces. So get all this stuff out of the way. That just bumps me out that my sound was not good. I tell ya, I gotta get used to doing this all again. It's been a while. All right, so this was our card base, and it was 11 by 5 1/4, and we scored it at 1 3/4 and 3 1/2 on each side. So let us, I think what we'll do is we're going to attach our panel. So let's put together this part. Oh, I forgot to color this panel. So what I was doing is I'm only going to highlight just the small flowers, okay? So I totally forgot to do that. So I am going to just quickly color in the little tiny flowers. And the reason I'm doing that is because this will tie into the front designer series paper that we're using. And even though there are other flowers on this panel, I just wanted to highlight the ones that corresponded to the other designer series paper piece. So I think that's it. I think we'll add just a little bit of dimension just on some of them. Give it a little dimension here, because not all flowers are the same, right? All right. Okay. So we're going to take and adhere this panel to this one. And for this, I like using liquid glue because you get a little bit of leeway then, right? And I am being messy and getting glue all over. I swear. It's been a long day. It's just all I can say. Cannot believe that September is like flying by like all the rest of the months. All right, so we have that panel. And I'm going to try to wipe this off real quick. Okay. All right, and so then we can do it a couple different ways. I think we will start assembling our base. It is flying by. I don't remember how many days it was, but someone posted something somewhere that said it was only so many days till Christmas. And I was like, what? No. No. Can't be. So what I'm doing is just, this is my card base, and then this is a valley fold, and this is a mountain fold, and I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. So we're going to take this, and we're going to adhere that to this panel. So I'm going to just, whoops. All right. And again, because I have my dog on my lap, I'm not exactly at the best angle to see what I'm doing. Oh, goodness. Yes, Christmas and cold goes together. Okay, so we have that. So that is our right side of our card. Now we're going to take our two bases. So this is going to be placed on the back here. So I'm just going to center that. Oh, maybe Leo is going to leave. Yay. I have the most spoiled dog, I swear. Again, because I have my dog on my lap, I am not seeing this perfectly lined up. In fact, there we go. This is a little kitty wampus. Darn. All right, so now we're going to start putting together our front panel. And so we need our other panel, where did that go? Aha, I think this is it. Yep. All right. So I'm going to take and attach this panel, and it's just plain white cardstock. And it's primarily just for a focal point because I want the blue sky to kind of stand out. So we're going to put that, and this is our front panel that we're creating. Okay. So now we're going to take and add this, and I am not going to pop it up. And the reason being is I think it's going to get too thick. So if you were going to send this in the mail, I think it would be too much. And because I'm going to pop up some of the other elements, we just don't want to make it too fat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of the this beautiful ribbon, and this is on clearance right now in the last chance. I just bought 2 more rolls of it because you get this beautiful gold, and somewhere I have the silver. And I love this. Here's the silver. It's called the Gold and Silver 1/8 inch trim combo. And this is in the clearance rack right now. So if you want that, the number is 161633, and you get silver and gold. But I love working with this size ribbon because it's just so easy to me. So I'm not going to I'm going to cheat. I'm only going to do enough ribbon to go around. So I'm not going to cut off too much. I'll probably do like 6 inches. Actually, I could probably do like this much. And then I'm going to, I think I have a piece left over, and I think this will be long enough to do the other part. So I'm going to take, and I don't know about you, but I just use masking tape or Scotch tape. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go 4 up, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. I'm going to flip it over. And I actually should have cut these first, but you know. And I'm just going to tape that down. It just seems easier to me than trying to glue with either, you know, your tape runner or whatever. I don't know, this just works for me. And by the way, this particular paper, the back side of this sky, if you cut this in the 3x4, I believe it is, you have an automatic, and look how cute this is with the embossing folder. These are cute card fronts, right? I think. I think he's ready to get down, right? You gonna be good? Here you go. Oh, I hope this works. All right, so I have this going across the front, and now I can adhere that down. So I'm going to do that. I love this paper. It's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to build that. Okay. Now, let's see. We're going to use this, and I think I'm just going to put it up here a little bit. Oh, actually, you know what? I should be putting this underneath. And I'm going to stick this like that. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of gluing. You know, I use, when you have detailed dies like this, I still use the old wax paper trick because, and I go through a couple times, and sometimes it helps if you have cutting it so that the blades are cutting up when you're cutting these. It can be very frustrating when you have a beautiful die, but it's very, it's so detailed that it doesn't always run through nicely. And so it helps to use some of these tricks because otherwise you get too frustrated. And I can vouch for that because the card I'm going to show you after this, that was me. I was like, oh, I was impatient. And so, yeah. So it helps to have tricks. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to pop this guy up on some dimensionals. Yeah, Judy, you would have just been, it was just like he was dead quiet, and I thought, awesome. Tonight I'm going to get through this video without him jumping in, but yeah, that was very short-lived. And I'm putting tons of dimensionals. Do you guys ever find that some days I'm skimpier with my dimensionals, and other days it's like I just load them on? It's kind of funny. Alrighty, so I think that's enough. We're going to throw this on here. I love this card layout though, because you can do a lot of different looks and a lot of different techniques to make it interesting. All right, so I think I'm going to throw this. I think about right there. Wait, I got to leave enough room. Okay. Now I'm going to take and put this little piece right here. So I'm going to just kind of scrunch it up. I know other people probably have a really good technique to do this, but I don't. And I'm just going to cheat. So I'm just going to put this, actually, I'm going to gasp. I'm going to use tape because I'm going to be able to hide this behind my banner. Okay. And let's stick this about right there. Because actually this will be also kept down because we're going to put our banner, our little banner on top. And this is not working out so great, is it? How did I do this before? I was doing it with a knot before, and it just, yeah, I know. Let's see. We're going to build our little sign. What did I do with those pieces? So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Again, I don't want to get this too high up, with too many dimensionals. So you could get lots of different looks by layering different pieces, different ways. But I'm going to keep this. But I am going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And so what I think, because this side already is high, because it's going to go up against this that's already up, I'm only going to put 2 dimensionals on this. I did them on the wrong end. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. A whole new dimensional. I totally did this in the wrong place. So you see what I mean? I'm going to pop it up and it's already going to be popped up when you look at it on here. Wow, I'm really messing up the whole little ribbon thing here. Actually, I might try to slide one more little dimensional under here. I always just fly by the seat of my pants. It's like, we just do whatever we got to do to get it to work, right? All right, there we go. Better. Okay, so this is almost done. I just want to add some of my little embellishments. These are the flower accents. So I'm going to take and put some of those. And one of these to each side. That's it for that pack. Judy. Judy says, I'm going to try this. Sometimes you have to show your card and ribbon who's boss. I love that. Oh, love it. All right, I think I'm going to do another larger one. Oops, it didn't want to come off. My little adhesive is moved over. We're going to have to put that. All right. We'll put that there. We need another small guy for over here. And let's see. We put another. I'll put one right there. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could do a little Wink of Stella, you know, get some more bling going, but it's perfectly fine that way too. So let's take that and we're going to adhere this only on this panel, right? So I'm going to glue this panel instead of trying to guess where to glue on the piece that I'm attaching. Oh my gosh. Seriously, did you just see that? Oh, Lord.
I'm not sure I understand.
Really? Now my watch is talking to me. Ooh. Did I actually get that? Oh, God. I should have left it alone. I might have to put a white panel on top of this. No mistakes in stamping, guys. None. We just go with the flow. So I'm going to actually put this, and I'm actually just looking to line up my panels. And then I'm just going to adhere it. So this is our fun fold. And so when it's standing, I have glue on my hand. I've got glue everywhere. God. I tell you. Okay. Oh, hit it with your embossing powder. What do you mean? I think Judy needs to teach me stuff. Well, I will work on this later, but it is coming off pretty well. Okay. Anyway, I'll do that later. Ignore that. But this is our fun card then. So it's a gatefold. It's just got a little twist to it. And, you know, this bothers me. Ho, ho, ho. I'm just going to cut this because I don't like it. Oops. Better, right? So when it's standing, then that's what it would look like. And then I usually just leave this blank unless I know who I'm going to give it to right away. Now you could also, if you wanted to, you could put another panel here, and you could put another panel here if you didn't like the look of that. But otherwise, isn't that pretty? So lots of dimension, lots of color, lots of different techniques. You've got your embossing folder. I cut this die, which fits perfectly on this panel. So yeah, so use your stuff. So I made one for fall, and the products that I used are in the mini. Oh, really? I'll have to try that. So, sorry. So I used, to do the autumn one, I used the Amber Autumn, and this is on page 40 of the mini. And I love the suite, but I did not actually get everything in the suite. I just got this bundle with these dies. I got the little embellishments, the paper, and the ribbon. I did not get the paper. I thought that I had enough different papers that I could get by without getting this paper. So, you know, that's just something that, you know, I chose. So here's the stamp set if you want to see it close up. I love I love all of it. I love the fonts. I love the paper, or the artwork. And then here are your dies. So this is very intricate, and this is what I was talking about, because this is an intricate die. And so use your wax paper. You rub it on top, you know, like this, and it will leave a waxy residue. And a lot of times on intricate dies like this, I run it through a couple times. I also will put the die facing this way, so the blades are up, and so that seems to work better. But Terry did not have patience, so because I decided to do this like right before I went live, so of course I used the Timeless Plaid 6x6. I thought that had really nice fall colors in it. This is an example of the die. Now, I didn't even poke out anything because this did not go through well. And I did not have the patience, and I'd already taken the die off, that I did not realize that these were not cut as well as they should have been. I can still use this. And then I used this. Where'd my big die go? I decided So another thing to know about this larger die, it does not cut. This edge does not cut. So it just, I don't think I have the paper anymore that had it. But so it just, it doesn't cut an edge. So I chose to use this to make it cut on the outside. So yeah, so I'm going to keep this to use another card. It is not totally taken out. Like all these little pieces are supposed to be poked out, but I'm going to use it anyway. So the card I ended up making, at first, I just was doing the same technique of doing a designer series paper. I just chose a plaid, and then I did the die, right? Just like I did with this one. But I realized afterwards that this die was part of the stamps bundle. And so I ran it through, and it is not perfect. Like I said, I was not patient. So some of the pieces are out, some of them are not. I actually ripped this corner, but because there's like open space in different parts of the card, I just kind of put this here to kind of compensate for that. So it's the same fold, but it's just in your fall colors. This, I have a just a scrap, and I just did the thanks. And again, I will leave it blank. I thought about putting another plaid designer series paper here, but yeah, I did not do that. So those are the two cards. Yes, a dryer sheet. Yep, I thought about that, and I do need to try that too. But so super fun. I hope you liked these. I did not put any bling on here, but maybe I should do a little wink. What do you think? A little wink of Stella? Maybe just for accents. We'll try it. What the heck? Ooh. There we go. So I'm just gonna and my pen or my Wink of Stella isn't over, flowing with stuff, so it's still looking rustic enough, but it's just adding a little bit. Just on the pumpkins, I think. I guess we might as well do the gourd too, huh? So I don't know if you can see that, but it's just adding just a little bit. So I hope you like this fold. It's easy, it's fun, but I think the look is really a wow kind of card. So thank you, Judy. Yes, I love my Wink. We use it constantly, don't we? I could order it by the case. So I hope you like those cards. I think anyone that received them would love them. But I guess with that, I will say goodnight, and don't forget to look on the online exclusives, because so lot of the things that I actually love are online exclusives. So, check it out. Woo. And don't forget the last chance stuff. Like I said, these ribbons are on last chance, and I got them for like, I don't know, $4, and that's 2 rolls of ribbons or something. So, and I mean, who can't use glitter or gold and silver, right? So, good night, Judy. Thank you for watching. It was so good to see you. I know it's been a long time. But with that, hopefully I will see you next Wednesday. And you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye, Judy. Take care.